story is in the 30s that there was a major flood down here. Little community that was somewhere down here on the banks, and some of this was seriously underwater. They found several bodies up underneath this bridge. Graveyard shift here in San Angelo, Texas. A lot of people say that there are different things happening out here, and I just wanted to read you a little history first. They say this bridge was constructed in 1888. The Lone Wolf Bridge is said to have been near the site of a well-traveled soldier crossing and named after an Apache chieftain. Through the years, the oldest bridge in San Angelo has witnessed several major floods, some that have turned this iron crossing into an island in the middle of a raging sea. Devastating flood in 1936. There were many bodies found and said to be discovered underneath this bridge. Many locals say that this story is very, very true. Lone Wolf Crossing is the most haunted location here in San Angelo, Texas. Tonight, along with myself, my wife Connie, our friends Donnie Dixon, Woma Dixon, we're going to go down here and explore a little, try to find out if there is actual ghostly activity here at the historic Lone Wolf Crossing Bridge.
The famous Lone Wolf Bridge in San Angelo, Texas. 52-foot long metal bridge was constructed in 1922 by a Virginia company from Roanoke. It remains still one of the most haunted locations of today. They said a long, long time ago there was a great flood here in this area which killed hundreds of people. And it's said the bodies remained under the bridge. Tonight we'll be traveling into the bridge to see what kind of electronic voice phenomena we can find, what's recorded, and report on our findings. This is Connie LaFave with the Graveyard Shift Paranormal.
You know, you can get vibrations and
yeah,
impressions and stuff, and limestone and quartz and stuff.
that sounds cool.
So I got a Pazio microphone taped to the column. Well, it's cool. It's got limestone columns on it, so maybe we can pick up some impressions from, some energies that was left over.
Okay, Donnie.
That sign was just, I was just saying, all it does is tell the history of how the bridge was built and stuff. It doesn't tell anything about the accident.
Yeah, but it's hard to confirm those things because it goes back so far.
Well, I read someplace it was like 8 to 12 bodies they found
Something like
up
that
underneath the truss of the bridge.
Yes, yeah.
Which I can see, because I mean, in a flood, when the water starts, I mean, it pushes everything into the columns of the bridge and everything.
Some people say that there's shadow figures seen up under this bridge at night, walking up and down the bank
Well, I
and stuff.
brought the full spectrum camera.
Yeah.
Obvious were Skid, and I was looking down, Mitt, Dizzy, and Lauren.
What do you think they mean?
Don't know. I'm looking down. This is a skid thing. So.
Skid plate?
Yeah.
Maybe they're saying you're going to fall off the skid plate tonight.
And I was doing this when it said Dizzy, because I was playing.
A buzzard up on the, right up on the bridge.
Oh my God.
He's just sitting there watching us like we're watching him.
He's looking at that dead body floating in the river right
He's
there.
waiting for us all to fall in the river tonight so that he can pick the flesh from our bones. Okay. Here's a fisherman tonight, or today, that didn't quite have a good day.
I got another name, Bree, and I got the word silly and fact.
They got a dead body jammed up underneath that log.
Interesting. Do you guys think we're going to find any ghosts tonight? It's the side that people are talking about. You'll see shadow figures all back up through there.
Go ahead and grab my Oculus.
We're told there's a lot of people see a lot of shadow figures and stuff walking up and down the banks here. There was a bad flood and supposedly killed between 8 to 12 people is what we were told. On any meters to see if we get any pictures of anything. It's a neat old bridge. I was hoping to get out here to these limestone columns out here and put a Pazio microphone out here to see if I could get any impressions, off of the limestone, seeing as how limestone's supposed to be like a big paranormal recorder. I brought a Geiger counter. I'm going to get it zeroed out here in a minute. Again, it's a theory that when the spirits try to manifest or something, they, the radiational field can change. So I'm going to see if I can pick up anything on that. And naturally, we brought the EMF meters. We got a couple K2 meters. We're going to use those. Let's see what we can pick up tonight.
Bill Chappell developed the Ovilus X many years ago, and since then it's evolved into different types of Ovuluses. This is the Ovilus X here, which means there's been several versions of it before. Very concentrated device. It has a lot of modes on it. It's our common belief, and it's still being theorized, still being checked out scientifically if it's working or not, but it's still in the process of research over the years by many paranormal investigators. We believe that the Ovilus X runs according to frequency, and we think spirits can manipulate frequencies to tell us what they're trying to say. But if you turn it on in the back, right here, you can put it on data or audio, and then turn on the speaker. What I'm getting from down under this bridge already, what I think is there's one thing that has caught me since I've gotten here on not only this device, my iPhone ghost detector device, but this one as well, is I'm getting a lot of names just spurting out. A lot of names. Lauren, Matt, there's been a lot of different names just spitting out one after the other. And that's kind of weird to have so many names spit out all at once. See, there's another one. Earlier on my ghost detector with the iPhone, this is something new that I'm trying out because I like it. There's been a lot of iPhone apps that I haven't necessarily liked. As a matter of fact, I haven't really liked any of them. And this is the first one that I actually see some relevancy and some actual concept in it. Like someone took some time to develop it.
Is there anybody here who would like to speak with us?
I'm Connie with the Graveyard Shift. Are there any lost souls here? It's kind of stabilized now, where it's had a lot of activity when I first turned it on. Now it's kind of dissipating a little bit. So let's see if it picks up later on.
Donnie?
I just walked back over to my camera to check it and make sure everything was in frame and everything. The camera was totally dead. I actually had to shut it off and bring it back on. It is fully charged, but it says the battery's dead. I turned it back on now it's saying the battery's fully charged again. So I don't know what's going on.
That's really strange.
Yeah, because it was fully charged. Thought I was recording Wilma walking around over here.
So now you got full charge on the camera even though it was dead a second ago?
Yeah, I already checked the video. I went back and checked the video. I have Wilma walking around, so I know it recorded her. Because it has a auto shut off. If you don't do nothing so many length of second, time, it shuts off. I have Wilma walking around, so I know it was recording. It shut off. So I don't know.
Very strange. They do have reports down here by other paranormal teams that their equipment does get affected.
That's right.
Electronically and as far as power is concerned. So maybe it's starting to happen. We'll see what happens tonight. What were you getting?
It's starting to spit out words like felt, and then it says slot.
You still picking up on the impressions, Wilma?
Yeah, it's knit.
I heard that.
Is.
What are you busy doing?
Watching the Geiger counter. I was actually recording the Geiger counter. I've zeroed it out 3 times. I put the receiver down there next to Wilma, down there next to the water where she's picking stuff up at. I've zeroed out the Geiger counter like 3 times, and it keeps climbing up.
That's really strange.
And Wilma's getting a steady flow of information.
Really quiet. It depends how they are. Sometimes they're real loud, but it's not like.
Not like you and I talking.
Oh no, I have a habit of kind of leaning over to try to listen.
Because they're so quiet when they're talking. That's why we're here. Is so we can try to help them. We've got to figure out how to communicate with them so they understand us and we understand them.
Still waiting for you to talk to us.
What was that? What did it just say?
It only works when I touch it.
It's really strange.
Yeah, because usually it works by
Maybe it's
itself.
off your energy.
Watch.
It's really very strange.
Use me to,
What was that?
I don't know.
That was strange.
Use me to manifest your energy to the device. Friends? Maybe? Busyness?
Did something happen to you under this bridge? Did you die in the flood underneath this bridge? When,
Summer.
summer? This happened during the summer?
Outside.
Oh
Outside?
my God,
This happened outside?
Guys,
What happened to
we're
you?
getting direct answers.
Was there a lot of rain? How was the flooding? Come on, talk to us. How was the flooding?
Might.
Tell us. What was it like for you? Did you die?
Look down?
Look down. Are you saying right where I am? Is that where your body was found? That sounded like Emma.
Jake.
Was that the name
It said
Emma?
Jake. It said Jake, the same one I was getting on
Okay,
this one.
Emma and Jake. Are those your names? Are those your names? Did you die underneath this bridge, Emma and Jake? Okay, that's interesting. You said story? You said story? Are you trying to tell us your story? We want to hear. Tell us your story. That's why we came tonight. We want to hear your story.
Count?
Are you
Country.
talking? Okay, you talking
It's
body?
a count in the country.
Are you
They go
talking
for the-
body count?
Hey guys, you know what we're going to do in the future? We're going to get a plasma globe. I want to start experimenting with it. And I want to get something that boosts energy. And I was thinking about making a homemade Tesla coil. A small one. With encased in glass. That way you can't touch it. Compound.
Readings as far as EMF. It's about 80.4 as far as Fahrenheit degrees ambient out here.
I'm going to take some shots of this.
Okay, I had a short little spike there, went up to 3,
This is taking
and then
a
it
long
went
time to
down.
focus.
This again is the black version of the millimeter. Okay, I got a big spike over here.
Hey, I just got a flash over
Just
here.
now I got a big spike,
Yeah, well, I
guys.
got a flash.
Right over here I got a big...
On the river,
Right? That might have happened, a party on the river.
she's got like an umbrella,
Parasol.
and it's like a picnic, some kind of party.
Oh, that's too bad.
I think they was at this picnic. The way she's showing it. Fell in the river.
Right there on the side of the bank. Okay, it's weird it went out of focus. See what it's doing?
Take us 2 steps to your left.
So it should have happened about right there.
We've been out here at Lone Wolf Crossing Bridge probably for, I'd say about 2 hours, hour and 30 minutes so far. And we've had some weird things happen. We've had some equipment issues. And again, there's been different stories about paranormal teams coming down here. And when they get underneath the bridge, strange things happen right along the bank of this river. Again, it's very strongly rumored that this area that we're standing is where the numerous bodies were found. We're in the area possibly where people died during the Great Flood, possibly back in the 30s, and maybe even earlier than that. My wife Connie's has strange things happening with the obelisk. It's been spitting out some strange words. The obelisk X from time to time doesn't always do this. Sometimes it stays very, very quiet. What seems to be happening is anytime she puts her hand or body anywhere close to the obelisk X, it seems to be giving it more energy possibly. And it's spitting out all sorts of very, very strange words, which some of these seem to coincide maybe with the story that's going on, various names. Donnie, again with this Geiger counter, has been having strange fluctuations going on with it. We're not sure exactly what all that is about, but it is very, very strange. And again, Geiger counters don't every day just malfunction. So we're going to be, as we go into the night, we're just going to kind of see what else happens over here at Lone Wood Crossing Bridge. You see something?
I thought I heard something over there, but it could be an animal. I don't have my blue jeans or boots on, so I'm not traipsing through the weeds.
Yeah.
It kind of, you can see where it would be easy, I think, for people to see shadows back over here. You know, I want to catch something, I do, but also my job is to debunk things.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I can see.
So at the same time, you might be seeing something that's natural,
It's
but
natural,
it might be
correct.
paranormal at the same time. You never
Correct.
know.
I mean, until I see something, you know, it's hard for me to say what other people are seeing.
Unless something
Be like a white-
extraordinary happens.
Yeah, like a white mist or something, you know, because
Right.
the street lights aren't going to cast a white mist.
Right.
So
A bridge, though, isn't it?
yes, it is.
Yeah.
I wished I could get out there to that limestone so I could record off that limestone.
Yeah. We're just going to get wet if we try to
Well,
trudge over there.
If I knew it was like that, I'd have brought my flip flops so I could have walked out there.
Yeah, but you're right. The bodies might have been found out there. You know, we really don't know. I mean, it's one of those stories that I guess generations have told. The thing we do know is that there was a big flood here, and there were people that died in that flood, so the possibility is there.
Well, from the story that I read, and I'm sure it's probably the same one you did, that when the water receded, they found the people, they were stuck up underneath the bridge trussels and stuff here.
Correct.
And then they were stuck up underneath the pillars. Now, I don't know if these pillars were here at that time or not.
It's hard to say. It might have been
I mean,
rebuilt a few times. It's hard to say.
but
But you're right. When the water receded, that's what I read. That's where the bodies were found. So, I mean, we'd have to go into records for sure to confirm everything.
Right,
That might be a little hard to find.
It almost looks like there's a face in the wall. I think the wind is pushing me, so it's hard to focus. Why is that not focusing? The red light, the red light's coming on. What does that mean?
A big old spike right over here.
Yeah.
Where I'm at. Went up to 3 and almost 4. Probably held for a good 8 seconds before.
5,
See? As soon as I put my hands on the obelisk, it starts working.
two,
See?
net,
See what we get. We'll just run a quick 3 to 4 minute session, and then we'll do some quick playback up on the camera and see if we pick up anything. We're trying to figure out, first of all, if this story is true or not. And we're hoping that if there are spirits around us, that you have some way of communicating with us to help us try to confirm if this story is true. Is there anybody here with us right now? We're going to give you 10 seconds to respond back. Is there anybody here standing with us right now?
What year did you die? Or do you know you're dead?
Can you tell us your name or names if there's more than one of you? Can you tell us if we're in the spot where you were killed, where you were possibly drowned in the great flood that went through here? Are we in the right spot by the bridge where your bodies were found? If we're not in the right spot, can you tell us where the right spot is in relation to where we're standing? You see something?
Over there and it won't.
If there are spirits here at Lone Wolf Crossing Bridge, if you're with us right now, please tell us how many of you are here right now watching us. We're trying to figure out, first of all, if this story is true or not. And we're hoping that if there are spirits around us,
I have a speaker over there.
that you have some way of communicating with us to help us try to confirm. We're trying to figure out, first of all, if this story is true or not. And we're hoping that if there are spirits around us, that you have some way of communicating with us to help us try to confirm that this story is true. Is there anybody here with us right now? We're going to give you 10 seconds to respond back. Is there anybody here standing with us right now? I'm going to go back and forth on the U.S. and that's fine.
What year did you die? Or do you know you're dead? There's something in there, but I can't make it out without the
I
headphones.
did hear something, yeah. Won't do a thing,
Can
get to
you
play it back,
tell
it'd
us
be
your
hard to
name
hear, but it
or
sounds like it
names
might be.
if there's more than one of you?
I'll go back on headphones and
I'd
try
like
to
to
mark
learn
the
a little
spot.
bit more about you. Please tell us your name. Can you tell us if we're in the spot where you were killed, where you were possibly drowned in the great flood that went through here?
Sounds like something possibly there too.
If we're not in the right spot, can you tell us where the right spot is in relation to where we're standing?
I heard something talking in there.
It sounded like there was something, yeah. Yeah,
If there are spirits here,
I think it was answering us while we were talking about the other thing.
bridge,
I don't know how to play back. There's something in there.
There is something. I did hear it, yeah.
It's real
I have
muffled.
to go back on the headphones,
Yeah.
but something is answering us back. To give you all an idea what we're doing out here tonight over at Lone Wolf Crossing Bridge is we're running some electronic voice phenomena. And this is what is commonly referred to as EVP. And what this is, for anyone who doesn't understand, this involves the recording electronically where we ask questions a lot of times and we give about 10 seconds in between questions. And we try to control the environment as much as we can to try to limit any possibilities of natural noises and different things coming through. Now, what we do is we go through and we normally will record a good 5 to 10 minutes at a time. And then we'll go through, as you can see on this recorder, we'll go through and we'll do playback. And we'll see as to the different things that we might possibly hear. Now when we hear things, the first thing we're going to do is use deductive reasoning to try to rule out if there's a possibility if these noises that we're hearing, if they're naturally caused. If we cannot rule out natural, in other words, if we do rule out natural possibilities, should I say, then a lot of times the only thing that is left is the paranormal. And when we do get these strange voices coming back, a lot of times they're in direct communication and they are directly answering our questions.
I'm going to try a phone app that I've uploaded. It's actually Ghost Voice Catcher, Auto EVP. I've had a lot of success with it, got a lot of good EVPs and stuff. It's really neat application for your phone. It's in airplane mode, so I can't get any outside interference or anything like that. Just wanted to note that.
I see that.
But man, this is a neat little thing. It goes behind the theory that the phone is going to ask the questions. But the theory behind it is the phone is going to ask the question, which the question will be electronic instead of human. So I mean, we catch the spirits and stuff over an electronic device. So maybe if we ask over an electronic device, I mean, we'll do better on the questions, which I kind of think we do. Like I said, I've had good success with this. So we're going to sit down and we're going to let the phone ask about 5 or 10 questions, and then we'll go over it later on and let you know what we find.
Are you afraid where you are?
Where are we getting this question?
Huh?
What is this?
It's just an app I loaded on the phone.
You're too cool. What is it called?
Ghost Auto EVP Ghost Catcher.
Oh. I like the ghost detector one that I use.
Okay, I'm going to go back underneath the bridge here. And it's been an interesting night. There's been some strange things going on. We're not sure exactly what's happening. This trail just kind of goes up along the river. Kind of spooky out here. Now, anywhere out here could be where these bodies were.